He's taken some really good decision. Decision making has been spot on. Always help when the bowler picks up wickets.
Right, it's been a challenge for him as well, taking up the captaincy midway through the series. He has led Bangladesh in the past. He was under a bit of pressure as well. He got that support from someone like Shakib Al Hasan. We have seen him chatting with him quite a few times today. Shared his wealth of knowledge and experience. Ask for a helmet. They want someone close to the batsman, applying more pressure. That's the way to go. Would you believe it? Shakib Al Hasan in his 8th over conceded just 11 runs and picked up a wicket. And good to see, and again, good captaincy there. You see the bowling figures there. Just 11 runs on his 8th over. Shoriful has been brilliant. 4 for 21. Taskeen also 21. 1. It's been a good outing so far for the Bangladeshi bowlers, and they needed it badly after the other day. It's been a nightmare for the Bangladeshi bowlers. That will help to gain a lot of confidence. There you go.
Closing fielder in the catching position. I think fans in Bangladesh and the ones who are following Bangladesh cricket expect Bangladesh to win every match. That's not going to happen. You've got to accept it. You need to accept the fact that Bangladesh will not go and win every one-day international that they play. There will be losses. And when you lose, then you start to discuss and find the mistakes. How do you correct them? Yes, who doesn't want a team, if the team that you're supporting, to go and win every match, no matter whichever format you play? But you got to understand the opposition is there to win matches too. 88 for 7.
Hello, Red King Cooling Oil. Cooling Creep Samriddho Red King Cooling Oil. Hello, Red King Cooling Oil. Cooling Creep Samriddho Red King Cooling Oil.
Always ready niye Nescafe kickstart thamle thamuk duniya
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে
কিছুই বোরিং নয় ডুড যদি আনো একটু অ্যাটিটিউড যেমন এই বোরিং চাউমিনের সাথে লাল মরিচের একটু তেজ ব্যাস রুচি লাল মরিচের সস
Lovely sights into the Bay of Bengal. New road going and joining the Marine Drive. Bangladesh in the driver's seat at the moment, but they want to finish it off. Been a partnership building, 20 of 51. Very impressive under the circumstances from Omarzai and the youngster, the debutant Zia Akbar, has been content to display a supporting role, 5 of 29, letting the senior partner do the scoring, steadying the rocking boat. Hajul Islam into his 6th over now. Got in! There you go! Straight away, he's playing down the wrong line, misses the line of the ball, and off goes the off stump.
Tajul Islam and Shakib Al Hasan. This is the way they were looking to try and get rid of this man. The arm ball to just skip on, plays back to one he could play forward to and loses his off stump. This partnership lasted 53 deliveries, but it comes to an end. Akbar goes for 5. Afghanistan 89 for 8.
খেলা তো পাল্টাবেই সারা দেশে সেরা ইন্টারনেট এক্সপিরিয়েন্স নিয়ে রবি আগামীর জন্য রেডি
always ready niye Nescafe kickstart thamle thamuk duniya
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে করছে অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Mujib walks in at number 10. Now he's a superstar with ball in hand. He needs to be extraordinary with bat in hand here. The average suggests not, but he does have Ormazai, who's played beautifully. He's shown a great degree of responsibility. His shot selection has been spot on. His 33 or 45 has managed to avoid embarrassment, really, for Afghanistan. But now he needs Mujib to assist him.
Tajul Islam did fox the young man there. Just a hint to turn evading the bat, and all he could do is watch that off stump being uprooted.
It's been a lovely day out for the Bangladesh bowlers. Tajul 2 for 17 in nearly 6 overs. Tuskin 1 for 21 in 7. And Sharaful in his return to the side, 4 for 21 in 9. He did all the early damage, the big left arm quick. Oh, nicely bowled. Nicely bowled. Into the 36th over, 89 for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছে অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Still 14 overs remain. It's the wickets column that is a problem for Afghanistan, but these spinners will now charge through these overs. At what point does Ormazai say, I need to take it on?
I think the points come, HT. I think he's running out of partners. He's got a couple of batters who are not going to give him too much support. He's got to take on the bowlers.
That might be an indication, but he loses the strike here. He loses the strike. I've got to leave you, unfortunately, Shamim. All the best.
Thank you. Enjoy your flash interview. He's done well to get to the pitch of the ball, smother the spin. It's a question of survival. It's such a terrific bowling performance. But they will try. Mujibur Rahman is going to try and make it as hard as possible for Shakib and company to take the last couple of wickets. I'm joined by Maza. Bangladesh in a very happy position here.
They will take it. End of the over. Afghanistan 90 for 8.
always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছে অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Last man standing. Azmatul Omarzai still putting up a fight. And he goes big time. This was anticipated. The ball sailing away. It's gone a many a mile. That's a stupendous shot. something out of nowhere, but this is very positive. Good to see from Omarzai.
It was always on the cards for someone like Omarzai, who's been there for a while. Stood his ground and made great connection there. They need quite a few of those to put something for their bowlers to bowl for.
Just drifting down leg side. There's going to be signal to wide. It is. And just that single. You see, just a little turn of events, a big shot played. The bowler tries something different, loses his line. Got to keep your head cool. That's better. Entice the batter. But equally well played by Omarzai. Into the deep, gets a single. But does he expose Mujibur Rahman? That is the question so early in the over.
I'd like to see more fielders coming around the batsman, Mujibur Rahman, who just came in. Good to see a slip fielder for him. Probably not allow him those easy singles. Yeah, bring in that long on fielder into the circle. There's a fielder at deep square leg as well.
He goes well. He's not going to hang about, is he? Mujibur Rahman says, take that, Tajul. Brilliant shot.
Yeah, someone like Mujibur chancing his arms. He saw the fielder coming in and he enjoyed that one. But I think Tajul won't mind at all. The matter of fact that Mujib tried to play him against the spin. And that brings up the 100 as well for Afghanistan.
That will be a milestone they've been really struggling to reach. Yeah, I suppose in one form you could say that Tajul won't mind, but he's had a 6 and a 4 hit in the over. That can't really do well to his psyche, his confidence. He just feels for it a little bit as it just nips away from him. Little nod of the head, appreciation for the delivery.
Tough day for the visitors with the bat. Been the most expensive over of the innings. 12 come from it. Afghanistan 102 for 8.
আমি লাকি মাইরবিতে বেস্ট অফার আর ক্যাশব্যাক নিয়ে ইজি থাকি মাইরবি অ্যাপে লাইফ ইজি সেকেন্ড ডে রবি
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Afghanistan could use a couple more of those tall buildings. First over so far. Wicket through the air. Shakib Al Hassan into his 10th over. 1 for 12. Very miserly. Very accurate. Maybe in terms of success rate with the wickets not there. But Omarzai goes on in his merry, confident, compact way of garnering the runs. This is very impressive. Under extreme duress and showing a lot of sensibility in his approach to batting, showing a lot of resilience.
Right, from Bangladesh's point of view, I think whatever they have speak during the team talk after the defeat worked really well. It's not easy to regroup after this sort of defeat. A matter of getting that momentum as well before finishing the series. Yes, we have lost the series, but yes, there's still a lot to play for. As a unit at times, you might get disheartened before heading towards the mega events like Asia Cup and World Cup. A lot has been expected. It's been a great comeback so far from the Bangladesh team. They've shown good mindset, good character out there so far. Another brilliant over by Shakib Al Hassan. 103 for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
The bowler started dominating right from the word go. 3 runs, couple of wickets down. Shariful 4 for 21 so far. 1 more over to go. Wicket each for Shakib and Taskin couple. Taijul as Taskin Ahmed comes in for his 8th over. They've all been very parsimonious, hardly given away any runs. Shows on the scorecard for Afghanistan. Just over 10 overs to go. 1 for 21 so far. Taskin Ahmed would love to get another wicket, get into the habit of getting wickets. He's been very disciplined with his line of attack. Has used the short pitch deliveries well. Maybe he'll try one now to test Omar Zai, who's been so impressive. There it is, as anticipated.
Showing great intensity again, Taskin Ahmed. Coming on to his 8th over, still banging in hard. Asking those questions and well-directed short pitch stuff there.
Yeah, the question of being well-directed. Couple of things. Got to be reasonably in line to cramp the batter. He has to swivel away, or sway away. And also the height around the ribcage area. When it's difficult to play the ball. If you want to play it, you tend to fend it away to a fielder. So, 2 things working together. Just a change in the field. There's a fielder now coming in from deep backwards. It's got deep fine leg position into the 30-yard circle. The deep square is going backward off square leg in the deep. And the fielder also going into the car corner region. So 2 boundary riders in the deep on the onside. Pitches it up. Lord, that deserved better. Very unlucky. The ball went straight as an arrow and striking the stumps at the other end.
That is really unlucky from batsman's point of view. It struck really well, straight down the ground. Taskin Ahmed seems pretty happy though.
Wouldn't you be? Just those stumps saved 4 runs. That was hit pretty nicely right through the line of the delivery. Slower. Mix that well. He's used some slow deliveries. Insensible, intelligent bowling from Taskin Ahmed. There you go, the last one. Slowest of the lot, 109.2. Fastest 141 for 9. Talk about mixing pace and line, and of course, another wonderful arsenal in the armory of a pace bowler is the slow delivery. If you can deceive the batter through the air, more often than not, the batters would be in a spot of bother. Nicely done. Yorker length, slower.
That's sensitive from Taskin Ahmed. Realizing Mujibur Rahman, tail ender, just eyeing that block hole. This is another area for a fast bowler to work on. Bowling those block hole areas pretty often. This is an ideal situation for someone like Taskin to practice that again.
Again, he's repeating it, and the batter doing well, Mujib, to just block the ball. Just a single from the 40th over. It's 104 for 8.
লাখো গ্রাহকের ভালোবাসায় সুপার ব্র্যান্ড সম্মাননা পেল বিশ্বমানের ব্রিএসি।
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
into the last 10 overs, the last power play with more protection outside the 30-yard circle. There's the signal from Masood Rahman. Afghanistan have done well to still stay there. The way things were going, they seem to be just coming to the end of their innings very, very quickly. But resolute defense from Ahmadullah Omarzai, 43 of 56. And really got some support from the tail-enders. Mehdi Hassan Miraj yet to get amongst the wickets. Been brought back in to break this partnership. Tail is wagging.
From Omarzai's point of view, it's a dilemma. Whether he should face as many deliveries as well, or not to expose Mujib, who is at the other end, or look for those big shots to put something for the bowlers. He's done really well so far.
Thing is not to lose his head. He's telling himself, keep on pegging away, get the singles and the doubles, milk the runs, and once in a while hit the big shots, and I can play deep with the remaining batters. Play out the 50 overs. That will be a wonderful achievement if they can manage it. Bangladesh will be looking for the jugular. This is where I feel they cannot afford to relax. They've got to be on their toes, trying to finish this innings as quickly as possible.
Liton Das done well as a captain, rotating the bowlers. Two of the fast bowlers bowled really well today. At one point, we might feel that whether he's a one seamer short or not, but he rotated the two seamers really well. Saiful Islam had already finished his spell. Taskeen Ahmed also bowled his 8th over.
Oh, that hurried into him, kept a tad low. 95.6 kilometers per hour. Nothing in terms of turn, but just skidding through. Another one. Repeated the delivery.
In just one run of the over so far. Will Mujib play a big shot?
No, he isn't. He's just reaching forward. Once again, ball beats bat. After 41, it's 105 for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
The sun's yet to set in the west. So look out to the Bay of Bengal. Very calm waters. Thankfully, the rain has stayed away. Afghanistan's really fighting back. Surprised, Omarzai. First ball gives the strike to Mujibur Rahman. I'd have thought that you try to hog as much of the strike as possible. With not much batting prowess shown from the stats anyway from Mujibur Rahman. And this is the time Liton Kumar Das needs to exert some extra pressure on Mujib. Try to force him into shots of indiscretion.
It's important for the fielders inside the circle not to allow those runs. Force him to play more deliveries that could frustrate Omarzai.
What you want to do is not allow him to take a single, and it's good to see the 5 fielders within the 30-yard circle now posted are all pretty much inside, about 10 yards inside the circle, the 30-yard circle, trying to save that single, trying to keep him on strike.
Right, as a batting unit, when you saw your team 106 for 8, as a coach, what would you reckon? What should be a good total from here? Maybe another 20, 30, at least to bat out the full 50 overs.
I don't think it's any total they end up with is going to be good from the Afghan point of view. But it's just the second point you made, player out the 50 overs. That will create some kind of frustration, at least on the fielding unit. And once again, you see Tajul trying to not go his usual way. We know that he gives the ball some air, trying to zip the balls through. Another over done, 42 gone, 106 for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Very impressive. The stubborn resistance from Ahmadullah Omarzai. 45 of 60. He's going to try and stay there till the end of the innings. Going to take them as deep as possible. But I'm surprised for the second time in 2 overs. Very first ball of the over, he takes a single and gives the strike to Mujib. I think Bangladesh and Liton Das should try and take advantage of that. They're having a little bit of a discussion in the middle as to the running between the wickets. The Bangladesh supporters, understandably quite elated at the moment. But they'd like their team to polish off the tail.
Last 20 deliveries, just 4 runs, 4 singles. In fact, it makes 5 now. A bit of change of field there for Medias and Miraj, finally coming inside the circle.
Content to play it into the deep, amble the single. Sensible work from Ahmadullah Omarzai. Just 3 shy now from what will be a terrific 50. Under the circumstances, it will be his maiden 50. And what a time if he gets to it. What a time to get it. When your team is under extreme pressure, falling apart, he stands up tall. 112 runs so far. No 50s yet, as I mentioned. But it'll be worth waiting for. Needs the support from Mujib, who's been pretty handy in terms of getting the singles, giving him the support that's needed.
Still early days for someone like Omarzai, playing his just 12th game, shown good maturity as a batsman out there.
Oh, he's not going to go for any glory shots, I can tell you that. Right through the innings, he's been sensible, he's been selective, shown a lot of resilience. 111. Nelson's up for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে নেসক্যাফের কিকস্টার্ট থামলে থামুক দুনিয়া আমরা
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Omarzai has finally found someone who can bat with him. Partnership with that single is 23. Mujibur Rahman has only made 6, but he's faced 28 deliveries. There's fighting to ensure they can get some total on the board. 112 for 8 in the 44th over. Important for them to ensure that they play the full quota of 50 overs. That's the challenge. I know the total is not great. It's a funny game, isn't it?
Well, at least the platform is set for Azmatullah Omarzai, or to put it that way, he has set himself the platform. If he gets to 50, he's only 1 run shy of his 50. This will be his maiden 50. But he stunned everybody against the New Zealand under-19 team when he scored a blistering innings of 66 runs of just 23 balls. And he hit 7 sixes. So if he gets 3-4 sixes from here, the total will still look a little better. That was when Afghanistan was playing against New Zealand in the under-19, his early days.
There it is, the maiden 50, and a well-deserved 50. Single. Brings up a good round of applause from his teammates from the dugout. It's 114 for 8.
আমি লাকি মাইরবিতে বেস্ট অফার আর ক্যাশব্যাক নিয়ে ইজি থাকি মাইরবি অ্যাপে লাইফ ইজি সেকেন্ড ডে রবি
Always ready niye Nescafe kickstart Hamle thamuk duniya amra
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
Coming in at number 7, and he's picked up his maiden one-day international 50, an unbeaten 50 of just 67 deliveries. He's hit a couple of sixes and a boundary. It has been a good one, an important one. Chips were down when he came on to bat. Playing his 12th match. And he's put up a fight.
Absolutely. I think this is where the Bangladesh might think that they couldn't close down things as fast as they will have wanted because of that one man, Azmatullah Omarzai, who stood firm. He scored at a reasonable strike rate. Hit a few big shots, but he took calculated risks. When he came out, the Afghanistan team was under immense pressure. But when he got the loose ball, he cashed on that. He hit a couple of big sixes in his wonderfully scored 50 runs for Afghanistan.
Yeah, you need to have players when you see your team in pressure, in crisis. He's turned out to be today's man of crisis for his team, Afghanistan. Azmatullah Omarzai favoring the onside. We saw him belting a couple of sixes in that direction.
Always ready niye Nescafe kickstart Hamle thamuk duniya amra
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
This looks like they might have just pulled a muscle here. Yeah, it looks like he's walking back. Shoriful Islam. It's been hot. It's been humid. It takes its toll, doesn't it? Hopefully he's fine. There's so much cricket. Maybe it's just probably a few cramps. Because he's walking back. Alan Donald keeping a very close eye. He doesn't look to be in any sort of worry.
Pretty much done his job, Shariful Islam. Getting to his best figures, 4 for 21. He's only 1 over short, completing his quota. On the other hand, Afghanistan will now see a chance for themselves. They've done so well. They've come down to over number 44, now into the over number 45. I love the way to look at this from the viewpoint of the fact that 36 deliveries left. Can you hit a few maximum? Let's say 3, and that can bring down the total to around 140, 150. It's not going to be enough, but at least something for the bowlers to be able to bowl at.
Yeah, the problem for Afghanistan is that they've rested Rashid Khan also. There's no Rashid Khan in the bowling attack. Medius and Miraj greeted with a maximum. That's exactly what you wanted, Fidai.
Order of the day, absolutely. And this man can hit it. Azmatullah Omarzai, it's so nice to see him in the rhythm finally with the bat. He's really, really a handy cricketer for Afghanistan. Bowls really handy overs, hits wickets, holds the in-swing, out-swing, and then with the bat, he can swing it hard and hit a few maximum.
And he's picked the same spot over and over again. That is his third 6. Exactly the same spot over long on. A little bit quicker. And also on the shorter side. From Mehdi Hassan Miraj, realizing the fact that if you're willing to toss it up, he'll take the bait. But he's very good because he's picking it up nicely. And it's coming from the middle of the bat. That was the 6. Oh, right from the middle of the bat. That is a cracking shot. Really good follow through. Again, has a big, huge gap. Finds the gap, finds the boundary.
The second occasion that Azmatullah Omarzai hits a 6 and Mujib Zadran follows him with a 4. It was earlier Taijul Islam who conceded 12 runs, and this one turning out to be a good over for Afghanistan as well. So Mujib following his partner, falling just 2 runs short of him. But you would accept that. A boundary. That's really good batting, but they should not lose their head.
You saw him early going down the wicket. He left the crease a little bit too early. Mehdi Hassan Miraj just pulling it back. Well, it's an important boundary from the bat of Mujibur Rahman.
I like that. He came down the track earlier, but the second he understood that he doesn't have a chance against the other ball. He just played it with soft hands. They need to know that there's still another 5 overs after this left. This over has already brought a 6 and a 4.
Well, now he's stopping, This time, taking too many risks. You did mention that he's already picked up a 6 and a 4. So he's trying to pick up another boundary. Doesn't go in his favor. He's disappointed. It's Mehdi Hassan Miraj picks up a wicket of Mujibur Rahman, caught in the deep, looking to hit a boundary and getting right into the hands of Afif Hussain. It's a good catch in the deep from Afif. Mujibur Rahman innings comes to an end, goes for 11. It's 125 for 8.
Always ready নিয়ে Nescafe kickstart हमले থামুক দুনিয়া
এক আমি করছি অনেক কিছু নেসক্যাফের সাথে দুনিয়া হাতে।
$125 for 9. Fazlak Farooqi. Important for him how he bowls here because he's been in very good form with the ball. Well, he has a job in his hand with the bat this time around to hang around with Azmatullah Omarzai. He's here because of this shot from Mujibur Rahman.
It wasn't needed. I wanted for Azmatullah Omarzai to go up and talk to him and say, listen, we've already got enough run and let's just keep rotating the strike. The other good thing was that Mehdi varied his pace. He didn't offer him the pace that he wanted to be able to clear the boundary. That's really smart thinking from Mehdi Hasan Miraj. I reckon he bowled a little behind the popping crease.
It's a slower delivery. There was an opportunity. There was a fielder in the deep. Tohid Ridoy didn't time it. Went in favor of the batter because it's going to be easily gone into the hands. That's the wicket of Mujibur Rahman. He bowled from behind the popping crease, didn't he? They had to really reach out to go and try to hit it cleanly. Afif taking a good catch, just indicating that the sun is right in front of his eyes. He's got his school shades on. Again, it's a slower delivery. It's gone in the air. This should be taken. And it is. Mohammad Naeem has taken a very well judged catch. And that is ensuring that Afghanistan only manages to pick up 126 and getting bowled out. Taskin picking up his second wicket.
That smart bowling, he knew that Azmatullah Omarzai wanted to go after him, so bowling a back of a hand, slower delivery, because with the slower balls you have to generate all the power. Safely taken, good catch. He thought he might have just been closer to the rope, but anyways, he manages it fine, indicating that I got him out with a slower ball. End of the innings for Afghanistan after some good batting display from Azmatullah Omarzai. The only half-centurion departs after making a well-made 56. Afghanistan are all out of 126.
Excellent work, excellent comeback from Bangladesh in terms of the bowling department. They were spot on right from the word go when Shariful Islam picked up a wicket. And then they never looked back from there. Yes, there was a few partnership of note, but it is all up to the seamers, especially the seamers. The changes that Bangladesh made were among the wickets. Shariful picking up his best figures in one-day international, 4 for 21. Taskin Ahmed, he's the one who's leading them back in. Taskin Ahmed also picking up a couple of wickets. Tajul Islam, 2 for 33. And a wicket apiece for Mehdi Hasan Miraj and Shakib Al Hassan. So everyone among the wickets. Yeah, let's go down and join HD Ackerman.
Alan, congratulations. That was a better performance, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. We actually had a great chat amongst all the rain yesterday, and it was a good hard chat, just about our overall attitude on game 2, pretty much our approach with the ball, especially in the power play. And we just felt that we needed to step that aggression up. Even with 2 seamers today, we did that well.
Was it a bit of a regret after that opening spell that you only went in with the 2 seamers?
I suppose sitting here, we're thinking we played game 1 on that wicket, and it was a little bit inconsistent bounce, and some balls skidded, and it took a little bit of grass off that pitch. And I thought today, actually, it carried better. There's no question. So quietly, maybe you think, well, yeah. Anyway, hindsight.
Was that a game plan to go short, or was that because the pitch played the way it did?
No, very much so. We felt that we really undersold ourselves in game 2 by not being that aggressive and by not taking Gurbaz on, both those 2 opening batters, and just to get the sort of conservative thought process off our shoulders and come in really hard today, which I thought we did it very, very well. We got those bumpers spot on.
Just a word on Ebadot. I know he's not playing today and he's nursing an injury. Not serious, is it?
No. There's no swelling. There's no serious swelling. So he's just nursing that little knock. It's quite eerie how he just bumped the umpire and just lost balance and just sort of on the outside of the knee, just hurt it slightly, but he'll be fine.
Or a nice professional performance expected here.
Yeah, very clinical part 1. Now we just need to go and do clinical part 2.
All right, Al, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's happy and pleased with the way the players were used the short pitch delivery. Afghanistan bundled out for 126. Yes, Azmatullah Omar Zai stood out with 56 of 71, but did not have enough partners because Afghanistan just kept on losing wickets, early wickets. They were at one stage 15 for 4, 32 for 5. Talking about partnership.
Yeah, absolutely. At one stage, you might have thought that maybe Najibullah and Hashmatullah were putting together a partnership, seeing that 17, but then Najibullah fell, and after that, Omar Zai and Hashmatullah put together another kind of good-looking partnership. But it was only Omar Zai that stood till the end and brought it together only to put only 126 for Afghanistan on the board.
Yeah, Shariful Islam was quite menacing with the white new ball, 4 for 21. He bowled quick. So did Taskin Ahmad. Was not afraid to pitch it short, 2 for 23. 2 wickets to Tajul Islam. And a very, very economical spell from Shakib Al-Hassan and Mehdi Hasan Miraj. A wicket apiece for both the bowlers. Part 1 done. Part 2 will be Bangladesh to chase 127. We'll be back after a short break.